What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make mini peach cobblers to finish off the summer. Let's get into it. For this recipe we're using 3 ripe yellow peaches. You can tell when they're ripe by the touch and smell. They should be slightly soft, not mushy, and have a sweet peach aroma. To start, slice all around the peach with a knife and twist to halves to expose the pit. The pit should pop out pretty easily just from a little pull from your fingers. Next, we're slicing the peaches into 1/4 inch thick slices. Grab 2 slices at a time and cut them into sticks. Then give those sticks a turn and we're going to dice them into small squares. We're going to repeat this process until all our peaches are diced. Once all our peaches are diced, we're going to transfer them into a bowl and add the juice of half a lemon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a half a cup of brown sugar. Mix everything until it's well incorporated. Once your peaches look like this, we're going to move them into a medium-sized pot. Set the heat to medium and add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give that a good stir and then we're going to add a pinch of salt. Let it come to a gentle simmer and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of bourbon. Then we're going to let the peaches simmer for 10 minutes on medium-low heat. After 10 minutes has passed, add your cornstarch slurry and stir immediately to prevent clumping. We're going to let that cook for another 2 more minutes while stirring, then turn off the heat and add 2 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter is fully melted and incorporated, you'll have a thick peach jam. This is going to be our cobbler filling. While that cools, in a separate bowl, add 2 cups of flour, a half a cup of brown sugar, a half a cup of white sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Give everything a good whisk, and then we're going to add a stick and a half of cold cubed butter. Toss the butter in the flour mixture, and then we're going to use a pastry cutter to cut the butter into the flour. If you don't have a pastry cutter, a food processor works too. Just pulse until the butter is in small pebble-sized pieces. Once our butter is broken down and looks like so, we're going to add about a half a cup of cold water. Give that a mix with a wooden spoon until the dough becomes too stiff to stir. Then we're going to switch to using our hands to bring the dough together. It'll be sticky, but once all the flour is incorporated, you'll be good to go. You should still see small specks of butter throughout the dough. This is what we want. Generously coat a muffin pan with non-stick spray and spread it evenly with a paper napkin. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of dough to each muffin cup. Lightly wet your hands to prevent sticking, and then we're going to press the dough down to form a flat layer on the bottom. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of filling right on top of the dough. Now, grab small pieces of dough and place them on top of the filling. This will give our cobblers that classic cobblestone look. Then we're going to bake them at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. Once they're done baking, let them cool in the pan for 20 minutes before removing them. This is going to help them set so they don't fall apart. While they're cooling down, let's whip up a simple lemon icing to go on top. In a small bowl, combine a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, a small squeeze of lemon, and a splash of heavy cream or milk. Add the liquid gradually, mixing until you get a thick but pourable consistency. Then we're going to transfer the icing to a small Ziploc bag and twist it shut. When we go to ice our cobblers, we're going to cut off the end and drizzle the icing over top. Now that our cobblers have had some time to cool, we're going to use a butter knife to gently remove them from the pan. And look how adorable these little dudes came out. We're going to repeat that process for the rest of the cobblers, making sure not to be too rough so we don't break them as we go. Cut a small hole in the corner of the icing bag and drizzle it over the cobblers in a zigzag motion. Now these little guys are finally ready, and they look great. Let's give one a try. Dude, these are amazing. They have such a nice subtle peach flavor and would go great with some vanilla ice cream. I definitely recommend you guys give these a try, and I'll see you in the next one.